Welcome to Lovington Wildcat Basketball on Z94 KZOR, the Z94 KZOR app, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and the Lovington Sports tab at HobbsAmerica.com. Wildcat Basketball on Z94 KZOR is brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Lovington Schools, Now Pharmacy, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob Thriftway, and Norley Hospital. I'm TJ Miracle live at Wildcat Gym. Tiff Stuber in studio, engineering and producing tonight. Dawn Morgan on assignment with the Lovington girls in Artesia. That game getting underway here in just a few minutes as well on Lovington Sports 2. That's also on the Lovington Sports tab at HobbsAmerica.com and on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. So district tournament is here, and a familiar foe. Matter of fact, we saw them just a couple of days ago as the Portales Rams come back to town to start the District 4 4A tournament. Portales seeded number 4, Lovington seeded number 3. A three-way tie for the district title, but Lovington lost out on the tiebreaker, so they wind up as the number 3 seed. So now they've got to do it the hard way. The Cats are the defending district tournament champions, and so they will need to try and defend that to assure their place in the playoffs. Of course, the playoff seedings will be announced on Sunday afternoon. So the Cats come in at 18-7 overall on the year. 4-2, as we mentioned, tied for first in district, but due to tiebreakers, wind up as the number 3 team out of the district. They are the number 8 team in the state. That's where they are ranked, but they do have the 5th best record in the state under head coach Casey Pack. For Portales, they are 11-14 on the year. They were 0-6 in district, and of course, no record in the district tournament yet. But they are number 18 overall in the state. So for Portales, they are going to look to pull the upset tonight to move on and definitely hurt Lovington's chances in the playoffs. Of course, we'll talk more about that as we move on through the night. Pardon me. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from here at Wildcat Gym as the district tournament getting underway. Now, when these two teams played, final game of the regular season on Friday night, a big night for Lovington, winning 69-55. 2 Cats in double figures in that game. Tayton Hilliard led the way with 25 points in that contest. 14 in the books for Adam Aguilera. 9 points for Joey Villalobos. So a good night. Balanced scoring night. A lot of kids coming in off the bench to, get some valuable playing time going into the district tournament and hopefully into the playoffs. There were 9 different Cats scoring on Friday night, so a big night for them. Now on the other side of the page for Portales, under first-year head coach but longtime assistant Ronnie McBroom, really it was Emmanuel DeHaan that did most of the damage. He had 16 points in that game. Davian Lucero 10 points, but only 2 in the second half. A team like Portales coming into this ball game is going to be very dangerous. Actually, a little bit reminiscent of Lovington 2 seasons ago, the last time we had the district tournament. So Lovington still the district tournament champions, but Lovington had an absolutely dismal district season and needed to win the district tournament to get into the playoffs, and that's what they did. First upsetting Portales in Portales, then going to Goddard, beating Goddard at Goddard, and then the thriller in Artesia. And what that did, though, was that knocked Portales and Goddard both out of the playoffs. Does Lovington 2 years ago doesn't win that district tournament, there's probably 3 teams from our district that get in, but with another upset, and you often get them in district tournaments, and there was another upset in the far south district, and that meant that they were only going to take 2 teams out of this district. And so if Lovington doesn't get the job done tonight, I think we could be looking at another one of those situations where they don't take 3 teams out of this district. They may only take 2, so very important for Lovington to win tonight, so they're going to have their work cut out for them. Again, Portales with absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain here tonight. So a dangerous team in Portales, and it's a huge rivalry game. One thing about rivalry games, it really doesn't matter what the record is and what you've done against them earlier in the year. Of course, Lovington has pretty much, taken care of them handily the 2 times they've met this season, but it's a new season, and now it is do or die time. Lovington, for their part, they've really been in playoff mode for the last 3 weeks, starting District 0-2, but then reeling off 4 straight wins to get the district championship tie, but of course losing on the tiebreaker, so it's like it never even happened. The playoff game last night for the district championship between Goddard and Artesia was won by Artesia. The winner of tonight's game will move on to the district semifinals. That game will be on Thursday night in Roswell at Roswell Goddard. That will be a 7 o'clock start time. And just a quick note, should Lovington move on, that'll be a 7 o'clock start time on Thursday night. But you can't start thinking about Thursday night yet. Oh, and then the district finals this year have been moved to Friday. But you can't start looking forward yet, because you got to look at the team on the other side of the court here tonight to get there first. Again, when you look at Lovington's record, you're thinking, it really doesn't matter. They should be fine. They should be safe going into the playoffs. But if you get a couple of upsets in the district tournaments, that could really make things iffy. And the way the rules are set, because Lovington is considered the number 3 team in this district, they cannot be seated ahead of Artesia, who are the district champions, and unless they win the district tournament, they also couldn't be seated ahead of Goddard. And so you're looking at needing to get 3 teams into the playoffs in a scenario where Lovington does not win the district tournament championship. So their work cut out for them tonight. Portales is going to be coming in ready to go tonight. In that game on Friday night, Portales, they did have some good things. Lovington, as we mentioned, winning 69-55, but Lovington having trouble on the boards. Portales really balanced, as they had 5 guys with 4 or more rebounds. They out-rebounded Lovington by 10, 25-15, so really took care of the glass. But Portales did turn the ball over 30 times, so speaks very highly of what Lovington's defense did against this Rams team just a couple of days ago. Looks like Lovington will be wearing the home whites with the blue letters and numbers. Portales will be in the road blacks with the blood red letters and numbers as the teams continue their warm-up on the floor. A few folks starting to filter into Wildcat Gym here. Of course, plenty of room for you. Not a bad seat in the house. But if you can't get here, we're proud to have you with us wherever you are on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel or right here on Z94 KZOR. If you're on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, of course, we would please ask that you subscribe to the YouTube channel and let your friends and family know they can always watch for free, courtesy of our great sponsors. And remember, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, you're going to win $100 of TJ's money. Yeah, that's right. I am putting up a bounty, if you will. And for every 1,000 subscribers we get, one random subscriber will get $100 worth of my money. So please subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and, hey, win some of our money and support these Lovington Wildcats and Lady Wildcats. As warm-ups continue, the Cats are moving off the floor back to their locker room here at Wildcat Gym as the Stray Cats continue to play their music. Get everybody fired up and ready here tonight. They have put the starters up on the board for the visiting Portales Rams. It'll be number 2, Exodus Gomez, number 3, Alex Garcia, number 13, Caden Hightower, number 23, Davian Lucero, and number 24, Graydon Rigsby. I'm a little surprised Emmanuel DeHaan and Quadale Brown aren't getting the start tonight, but it'll be Gomez, Garcia, Hightower, Lucero, and Rigsby for the Rams. For the Cats, this is pretty much settled in as their starting 5. It'll be number 3, Adam Aguilera, number 4, Tayton Hilliard, number 5, Isaac Henson, number 20, Julian Arroyo, and number 24, Joseph Perez. Of course, on Friday night, the game, after it got a little bit out of hand, both teams clearing their benches and showing good sportsmanship. Lovington, though, I've got to think if either team gets up significantly in this one, they're not going to take their foot off the gas because they're going to be looking for a statement win in case they don't get into the district tournament championship and win that championship. They do look at all kinds of things and all kinds of selection criteria, so they would definitely love to make a statement, either one of these squads here tonight, as Portales looks like they've about finished their warm-ups for tonight and are heading over to their bench. So we will go ahead and take a 2.5-minute timeout, come back with the opening tip-off. This has been your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. Wildcat basketball back in 2.5 for the district tournament here on Z94 KZOR. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball here on Z94 KZOR, the Z94 KZOR app, and on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. With Tiff Stuber in studio engineering and producing, I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight with the Lovington Lady Cats in the girls district tournament opener in Artesia. That game is available on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel and also at the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. For the girls, just scroll down to Lovington Sports 2. So the teams being introduced out onto the court. Starting five again for the Portales Rams. Number 2, Exodus Gomez. Number 3, Alex Garcia. Number 13, Caden Hightower. Number 23, Davian Lucero. And number 24, Graydon Rigsby. Portales comes in at 11-14 on the year. They are the number 4 seed in this 4-4A tournament. Ronnie McBroom, the first-year head coach, but of course the longtime assistant for his father, Ricky McBroom. for your Lovington Wildcats. Starting 5 tonight, number 3, Adam Aguilera. Number 4, Tayton Hilliard. Number 5, Isaac Henson. Number 20, Julian Arroyo. And number 24, Joseph Perez. The Cats 18-7 on the year. We're 4-2 in district. That was tied for the district championship, but on tiebreakers, wind up as the number 3 seed out of District 4-4A. Under head coach Casey Pack, the two teams are heading out to the floor, and we are ready to go. District tournament basketball action tonight here on Z94 KZOR. It'll be Rigsby taking the jump against Tayton Hilliard, the Rams and the Cats. Lovington and Portales, great rivalry game renewed tonight here at Wildcat Gym. The playoffs really do start tonight for both of these squads. It is win or go home time for both Lovington and Portales. So the teams are out on the floor. The officials have their basketball, and we are ready to go. Student section starting to fill in. Great crowd here tonight. Of course, the Stray Cats doing their thing as we get ready for the start of the 4-4A District Tournament 2022 edition. And the opening tip-off will be controlled by the Wildcats as Aguilera gets it on the near side. Out of the tip from Tayton Hilliard. So into the front court, it'll be Tayton gets it in front of the student section on the far side, near side to Arroyo. He'll cycle it. Far side, getting it back to Hilliard, working the right sideline, moving around. Arroyo into the deep left corner for Henson for 3. That one is off the mark, and the rebound will come into the hands of Alex Garcia. Garcia, out of a little pressure, gets it to Hightower, who'll cross the Cat at center court. Works his way over towards the left side as McBroom directs traffic. Arroyo on Hightower, very tight at center court. Brings it near side, almost loses the basketball. We'll toss it to Lucero, working in front of the Lovington bench. Back out to Hightower near the timeline. Bounce pass inside, gets it into Garcia. Throws it back door to a cutting Gomez. Couldn't get it. Now they'll get it to Lucero. Right wing. It is off the mark. The 3 ball up and no good. And it'll be Hilliard with the rebound for the Wildcats. No, Tayton will cross the timeline. Back to the offensive zone come the Wildcats. No score. A minute into this one. Wild pass, and it'll be stolen away by Hightower. First turnover of the ball game. Hightower goes to the rack, puts up a shot, no good. Lucero is there with the rebound, and it'll be Henson who finally gets the rebound for the Cats. But the ball loose on the floor, and they're going to call a foul or a jump ball as Lucero tying up Perez. And they're actually going to call a push foul on Lucero. His first personal, first team foul on Portales. They are fired up tonight. We talked about that in the Stonehole Field Services pregame show. Lovington, and I have to find a little fire too, just because you've handled this team pretty easily. It's never easy a third time. To Henson near side in front of the Portales bench. Will cycle it back around to Aguilera. Aguilera just going to back it up, a 2-3 zone look for Portales. Near side, Arroyo thinks about the 3 from the left wing. Throw it across court to Henson. Isaac under pressure from Gomez. We'll just give it back. Now to the free throw line. Bounce pass, and that been a bad pass stolen away by Portales. As back down come the Rams. Lovington been a little sloppy in the early going as Gomez looks over, gets his sign, works against Aguilera, tosses out to Garcia. Now back to Hightower, top of the arc, works against Arroyo. Arroyo to Gomez, puts up the little floater from 10, and it is up and in. And Portales will draw first blood here tonight in this district quarterfinal game. Jump stop for Hilliard. Throw it to the left baseline with Perez back out. That one's going to be tipped. Goes into the backcourt. Race for it. And Hightower going to wind up with it, and he will lay it up off the glass. Lovington 3 turnovers, and Portales 4 points off those 3 turnovers. Lovington needs to get it together here tonight. To Henson near side. Front of the Portales bench, cycles it around. Hightower on him as they get it to Aguilera. Now to Arroyo on the far side. Bounce pass back to Henson. Working on him is Gomez. Coming to Aguilera in the left wing. Bounce pass deep left corner for Henson. Henson back to Aguilera. Throw it high and into the paint, and that one is tipped and knocked away. 4th turnover for the Wildcats is another recovery for Hightower, and he's got a couple of buckets in the ball game, and just like that, it is 6-0 in favor of Portales. Henson in front of the Portales bench. Back down to Arroyo. Lovington trailing 6-0 here early. 4:49 to go in the first. To Aguilera. Just holds on to it. Now to Henson trying to get it inside, and it is knocked away by Garcia. Portales is fired up tonight, and Lovington has not responded so far to the energy and the emotion that Portales has shown tonight. So Aguilera to inbound it from right of his own bucket. Still Lovington basketball in their offensive zone. 4:42 to go here in the first, a 6-0 lead for the Rams. Aguilera looks to get it in. Tight pressure being applied. Gets it into Tayton, now to Arroyo, who's just going to back it up. Now takes it right side in front of the student section to Aguilera, working the far sideline. Loses the basketball off his foot, gets it back to Perez. Has to just toss it back out on the outlet pass. Now inside to Arroyo at the free throw line. Toss it to Aguilera. Tight defense now to Henson. Nothing doing inside for the Cats. Henson to Hilliard. Pretty good hookup all season long. Now back to Aguilera. To Henson, back on the high pass between the rings. To Tayton, goes in on the left base, almost loses the basketball, uses up the dribble, tosses out to Henson. Now they're working it around. Arroyo, little fake, goes into the left block, puts up the 12-footer, won't fall, and the rebound is going to be saved and into the hands of Henson. Henson to Aguilera to Arroyo, still Lovington basketball. 3:45 to go in the first. At the free throw line, trying to get it in is Tayton, but he is going to be fouled. Almost got his pocket picked, as they're going to call the push foul on Graydon Rigby. His first personal, second team foul. Lovington's offense, though, here early, just all out of sorts. They trail 6-0, 3:43 to go here in the first. On the inbound to Tayton. He'll put up one off the glass. It won't fall. Nobody underneath for the rebound except for Exodus Gomez for Portales. Portales basketball. Back down they come, and coast to coast putting it up. And Rigby will put it up and doesn't get the slam, but will get the roll at an 8-0 run to start the ball game for Portales. Lovington is just all out of sorts here in the first. Having trouble with the Portales pressure. 4 turnovers, no points for the Cats. Inside to Arroyo, top of the arc, 3-ball, and bang! Julian Arroyo finally breaks the ice for the Cats, and they are on the board. 8-3, 3 minutes remaining in the first. Portales in the lead. To Hightower, and he'll take it into the offensive zone as the student section starts the D-up chant. Hightower works against Aguilera, come near side to Lucero. Lucero picked up by Henson. He'll drive into the free throw line. Now toss it out left side. Garcia for 3, and that one is good. Gomez for 3. Now it's 11-3 in favor of Portales. 2.5 to go here in the first period. To Henson near side. Hightower on him tight. To Tayton at the free throw line. Now right corner, 3-ball on the way, and it's an air ball. Coming into Davian Lucero. Couple of air balls on 3 balls for the Cats tonight. An 8-point trailing, and Hightower off the inbound will take it coast to coast. He lays it up and in. Caden Hightower with 6 points. Portales trying to run Lovington right out of our own gym tonight. A 10-point lead, 2 minutes to go here in the first. Henson to the free throw line. To the left block, now to Arroyo. He'll pull up from 15 and gets the bounce, and Julian will get it to go home. 5 points for Julian, all 5 on the board, and the inbound will be stolen away by the Wildcats. First turnover for Portales. Tayton just going to drive through the lane, puts up a little underhand scoop, won't go, and he's fouled. The question is, will it be a 2-shot foul? And they are going to call, yes, it will be 2 shots, and they are going to whistle that one on Exodus Gomez. His first personal, 3rd team foul on Portales. Aguilera and Arroyo check out. Villalobos and Betancourt will check in. Nope, they're going to change it and say that one was on the floor, so it'll stay Lovington basketball. Trailing by 8 with 1:44 to go here in the first. 13-5 our score. Villalobos to inbound from the left base, working around to Perez, top of the arc. Now to Betancourt. Lovington being very patient. Left side, Henson for 3, and bang! Isaac Henson gets his 3-ball going and cuts it down to just a 5-point Portales lead, 13-8. Portales up in this 4-4A quarterfinal matchup. $1:24 to go in the first. Hightower to the front court, Tayton on him tight. Toss it far side to Gomez in front of the Stray Cats. He'll take it over to the left baseline, going to be pushed out by Villalobos on him tight. Now out top of the arc as they work it to Lucero. Drives into the right lane, puts up a shot, no good. It'll be Villalobos with the rebound. Just leaves it off for Isaac, then gives it to Tayton to Villalobos. Right side, 3-ball, bang! Joey Villalobos has found the stroke, and now Lovington has gone on a bit of a run. It's a 13-11 ball game in favor of Portales. Under a minute to play in the first. Hightower, far side to Gomez. Full court press is on for the Wildcats. They'll break it with Rigsby into the front court. Graydon drives in. He'll pull up from the left block, put up a shot, no good, and Henson has his third rebound. Pressure and just a toss out. Henson to Hilliard. Villalobos, right corner, blocked by Rigsby. Gets it back, drives through, then has to toss it back out near midcourt. Back to Villalobos, right side for three. That one off the back of the iron, and the rebound going to be made by Dion. He's in the game, his first rebound. Ball going to be swatted away by Perez and out of bounds. It'll stay Portales basketball. 18 seconds to go, first quarter. Portales 13, Lovington 11. Portales playing for their playoff lives. Lovington may very well be playing for theirs as well, because they're going to have a hard time taking four teams out of this district. Inbound to Rigsby to Hightower, then throw the Hail Mary down to Gomez, then underneath to DeHaan. Put it up, and the charge going to be called on Gomez. It'll be the turnover. Nice little give and go to DeHaan, cutting the back door, but before he got it away, Gomez ran completely over the Wildcat in the lane. So give it over to Lovington. Second turnover for Portales. So 11 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Lovington going to go for the last shot. Staten will call out the offense. Now he'll cross the timeline, pick it up as the clock starts. Gets the screen, now to Villalobos with 5, with 4. Tatum to Aguilera, NBA 3, left wing, and bang! Adam Aguilera drains the tray at the buzzer, and after one, Lovington 14, Portales 13. Back in a minute, Wildcat basketball continues on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. Back here at Wildcat Gym, start of the second quarter. The Wildcats up by a point over the Portales Rams. Do or die for both of these squads. So it'll be Portales basketball to start the second quarter. Lovington up 14-13. The inbound will come to Eli Gomez in front of the Stray Cats. He'll bounce it near side. Hightower going to get it right at the timeline. Aguilera on him tight. Hightower just going to back it up now. He'll start his run in, but he's going to be moved out. Little spin move goes into the lane, and a whistle sounds, and they're going to call a foul away from the basketball. Nope, they're just going to call the 5-second violation, so that'll be the third turnover for Portales. Give it back to Lovington. Aguilera, Hilliard, Villalobos, Henson, and Betancourt on the floor for your Wildcats. Tatum to the front court, gets it to Henson. Isaac works against Hightower, and it'll just cycle it back out near the timeline. Back to Isaac, throw it to Tatum, left corner, three ball, and bang! Tatum Hilliard's first points of the ball game. It comes from beyond the arc and makes it Lovington 17, Portales 13, and almost stolen away as pressure as Isaac goes Superman. They were trying to get it to Marcus Aranda in front of the scorer's table. Couldn't corral it, but Lovington definitely has decided to play with intensity here. They've gone on, if my math is right, and a little 11-0 run of their own here. 17-13, a 4-point Lovington lead. 7 points remaining first half. To DeHaan, near side, Hightower, right wing for three. It's good. Gotta get a hand in his face. Caden Hightower with 9 points in the ball game. 17-16, Lovington in the lead. Tatum to Isaac, near side, left wing. Cycles around, uses up the dribble to the left elbow underneath to a wide open Joseph Perez, who puts it off the left glass and in. Perez, his first points of the ball game. Full court presses on. Aranda gets the inbound from Hightower. Gives it right back to Hightower. Tosses to Brown. He'll feed it to a breaking Aranda, who puts an eye off the glass. Ball is loose and into the hands of Dion, and he'll bank it up and in. So now Portales refusing to go away to Villalobos. Hippity hop through the right block, but he's going to be fouled. That'll put Joey at the line for 2. Going to call the block on Emmanuel Dion, his first personal, 5th team foul. It is on the floor. Julian Arroyo will check back into the ball game for the Wildcats. Comes in for Joey Villalobos. 19-18, Lovington in the lead. Adam Aguilera going to bounce it into Hilliard, who gives it right back to Aguilera, pushes it out, work it around. Left side, 3 ball on the way. That one is going to be short, but it'll be Perez with the rebound. Joseph to Arroyo, wing it around. NBA 3, right wing, and Henson, bang! Isaac Henson's second tray of the ball game. And Lovington goes up 22-18. To Brown in the front court, almost loses the basketball, somehow will maintain it. Toss around. Work it to Gomez, then to Lucero, drives the left base and up and in. Davian Lucero, his first points of the ball game. So the team's trading buckets right now. Henson through the paint, loses the basketball. Perez with it, saves it, somehow gets it out to Henson. Henson thinks about the 3 ball. He'll just sidearm sling it back in front of the student section, cross court to Tayton. Hilliard to Arroyo, Julian bounce pass. As Aguilera thinks about the NBA 3, almost a travel there. Bounce it back, work it around, left wing, 3 ball on the way from Henson. That one is off the mark, and the rebound by Quandale Brown. For Portales. 5:20 to go. Gomez almost loses the basketball. Aguilera almost picked the pocket. 5 minutes to go, uses up and Hightower for 3. That one is off the mark. And fighting for the rebound, no call on Dion as that one will go out of bounds. Should be Lovington basketball. It will be. Both of these teams are fighting for everything right now. Braden Beck checks in for Portales. Beck, Hightower, Dion, Brown, and Lucero for the Rams. It'll be Arroyo, Henson, Hilliard, Aguilar, Mason Enriquez just checking into the ball game for Lovington. And Perez inside to Tayton. Tries to split through 2 defenders and is fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Question is, will it be on Brown or Dion? It'll be on Dion. He's picked up 2 quick personals. 6-team foul on Portales. And Hilliard heads to the line for 2. Lovington is yet to foul in this game. First one up for Tayton is good. But Lovington will be in the bonus. 6-team foul on Portales. 23-20, a 3-point Lovington lead. Second on the way is up and good as Tayton gets them both. He's got 5 points in the ball game. 24-20, full court presses on. Lucero get the inbound from Hightower. Tayton on him. Lucero turns on the Jets, gets it into the offensive zone. No look pass to Dion. He misses the point-blank layup, and it'll be Henson with his 4th rebound of the ball game. Henson to Hilliard on the leave off, and it'll be Tayton to the front court. To Arroyo, thinks about the NBA 3 to Tayton, top of the arc. His 3 ball is going to be off the mark, and Brown has another rebound for Portales. He's just going to leave it off in the backcourt. Then the outlet forward for Lucero. Controls in front of the Stray Cats. Gets a little bit of a screen from Dion. Takes it to the left base. A little push shot from 8. No good. Dion there with the rebound. His putback won't go, and Perez will come away with that one. Perez on the outlet pass to Tayton. Drives to the right base. High off the glass, up and in. Tayton gets the bucket and the foul. He'll go to the line for 3 the old-fashioned way. The and 1 coming up. And that'll be Dion, his 3rd personal foul, and Lovington goes into the bonus. 26-20, Lovington in the lead. Portales faithful not liking the call, as Graydon Rigby will check back in. And so timeout going to be taken by Coach Casey Pack. 3:59 remaining first half. Lovington 26, Portales 20. Back in a minute on Z94 KZOR. Back here at Wildcat Gym, the timeout taken by Portales, and the and one coming from Tayton Hilliard. Hilliard with 7 points all in this second quarter has given Lovington a 6-point lead. The and one on the way, in and out, but it'll be Aguilera with the rebound. Lovington will maintain possession. To Tayton, gives it to Adam. He'll drive in on the right base, gets the ball knocked away by Alex Garcia, and they're going to say that Garcia knocked it off of Aguilera, so it'll go over to Portales. 5th turnover for the Wildcats, and their first here in this second quarter. Inbound comes to Beck, who gives it back to Hightower. Enriquez, as he runs into the wall that is Graydon Rigsby. Hightower into the front court, near side to Lucero. He works against Aguilera. Little bump now to Rigsby. Rigsby works against Perez, hands it off to Beck. Goes through the lane, finds some room, and lays it home. Off the right glass, Braden Beck, his first points of the ball game. 26-22, Lovington in the lead. Tayton leaves it off. Arroyo deep left corner for three, and bang! Julian Arroyo's second tray of the ball game. 29-22, Lovington up by 7. Full court presses on. Enriquez works against Hightower. Hightower to the front court, push near side in front of the Lovington bench for Lucero. Lucero to the free throw line, tries to toss it left corner, gets it to somehow to Hightower, who rattles home the three. Second tray of the ball game for Hightower. Back down come the Wildcats with 2:51 underneath to Perez, wide open, and Joseph off the left glass and in. 31-25, a 6-point Wildcat lead. Full pressure is on. Beck works through, loses the handle on the basketball. That'll be the 4th turnover. To Enriquez, leaves it off, and they're going to call the charge on Mason. As getting in there and taking that charge was Hightower. First personal on Mason, just the first team foul on Lovington. It is their 6th turnover of the ball game. So back into the hands of Portales. I apologize for the shoddy camera work tonight. I am flying solo here at Wildcat Gym. Gives me an opportunity to say how great a job Dawn Morgan usually does. So it'll be Gomez to the front court. Dawn, of course, on assignment tonight with the Lovington girls in Artesia. Exodus Gomez picks up the dribble, gets it to Lucero. He'll work it to the left block. No look pass to Gomez. Right corner. His three ball is up and good. Pardon me, that's Garcia. 31-28. Portales not going away as we hit the 2-minute mark first half. Tayton to Aguilera. Has to save it to Enriquez, deep right corner. He'll throw it cross court. Left corner, 3 in and out. And Rigsby with the rebound and the foul. I think they're going to call that one on Perez. They are. First personal on Joseph, just the second team foul on the Cats. 31-28 the score. Portales came out on an 8-0 run to start the game as Betancourt checks in for Enriquez. Portales with an opportunity on this possession to take the lead or possibly even go ahead. Rigsby back to Hightower, almost loses it. Aguilera got a hand on the ball, but Hightower kept his hand on it. Turns on the Jets to the front court, picks up the dribble, tries to get it inside, and a foul going to be called, trying to feed it into Garcia inside. And the bump going to be called. They're going to whistle that one on Betancourt, his first personal, 3rd team foul on the Cats. 1:43 remaining, first half. Lovington 31, Portales 28. Lucero to inbound, gets it into the big boy Rigsby and misses the point-blank layup, and Arroyo with the rebound. To Tayton, he'll bring it into the front court for the Wildcats. Slings it out, NBA 3, Aguilera, and that one is too hard, and it'll be Garcia with the rebound, his second. Garcia leaves it off for Lucero. Brings it into the offensive zone. He works against Henson. To Gomez, he drives in, almost loses the basketball, and he will lose the basketball. Tayton picks the pocket. Hilliard back down, takes it coast to coast, misses the layup. Betancourt is there with the rebound, and Lovington will reset. Bounce pass left corner. Tayton for 3. That one is off the mark on the rebound by Garcia, his 3rd. So Lovington missing a golden opportunity, 60 seconds remaining. First half of 31-28 Wildcat lead. Portales knows it is go or go home for them. And Lovington doesn't want to take the chance as to Garcia, and he'll lay it in. He's got 5 points, and we've got a 31-30 ball game. Lovington up by 1. At one point, they were up by 9. Then a back-and-forth affair. Henson to Betancourt on the left base. Almost loses it, gets it back to Henson. Isaac going to be pushed out by Rigby, then he'll get bumped, And the block going to be called on Garcia, his first personal. 8th team foul, and it'll put Isaac at the line for the 1-1. 27 seconds remaining, first half. Checking into the ball game for Gomez is Eli Gomez for Exodus Gomez. At the line, Isaac Henson for the 1-1. Lovington hanging on to a 1-point lead. Isaac front into the 1-1 is good. 7 points for Henson in this first half, 32-30. As he will prepare for his second shot. I have a lot to talk about in the Bob Thriftway halftime report coming up here in just about 27 seconds of clock time. So Henson got the front end of the 1-1. Second one is on the way, and that one is going to be a little short, and the rebound going to be made by Lucero, his third. Lucero just a little underhand handoff to Hightower in front of his bench. He'll take it right on the Cat at center court. 15 seconds to go. He works against Aguilera. Drives it right side, tosses in front of the Lovington bench for Lucero. Henson picks him up. Lucero goes through, loses the basketball, tosses out to Gomez. He almost loses the basketball. Will somehow get it in front of the Lovington student section, and at the buzzer, half-court shot is up and no good. So we head to the half. Lovington hanging on to a 32-30 lead over Port Tallis. We'll be back in 2 minutes for your Bob Thriftway halftime report. Wildcat basketball continues on Z94 KZOR. KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Taking a look at the numbers in the first half of this one, we will start with the Rams of Port Tallis. Caden Hightower leads the way. Matter of fact, he leads all scorers in the ball game. He's got 12 points. Exodus Gomez, Alex Garcia with 5 apiece. Then you've got Braden Beck, Emmanuel DeHaan, Davian Lucero, and Graydon Rigsby, each with 2 points for Port Tallis. Port Tallis did not get any attempts at free throws in that first half. Their leading rebounders, Dion, Lucero, and Garcia with 3 apiece. 13 rebounds as a team for Port Tallis. They got 13 points in the first, 17 in the second. That's how they get to their 30 on the board, but just 4 turnovers in the first half, only 1 in that second quarter. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats, Julian Arroyo. He leads the Cats with 8 points. Matter of fact, he had the first 5 points in the ball game for Lovington. It looked like Lovington might get run out of their own gym tonight, but Arroyo got the offense going and settled things down for the Wildcats. He leads with 8 points. 7 points for Isaac Henson, who's also the leadout leader with 4. 7 points for Tayton Hilliard. All 7 of Tayton's points coming in that second quarter. 4 points for Joseph Perez, 3 for Joey Villalobos, and 3 for Adam Aguilera. Lovington goes 3 of 5 from the charity stripe in the first half. 10 rebounds as a team for Lovington, as they get, if my math is correct, it is correct, surprisingly. They get 14 in the first, 18 in the second. 6 turnovers, only 2, though, pardon me, in the second quarter, but a back and forth affair. Looks like both teams have looked like they were just going to run the other one right out of here, but then things have settled down and started going the other way. You wouldn't expect anything different in a matchup like this for Portales. They know if they want any hope of keeping their season alive, they have to win this ball game. Not as urgent for Lovington, but they need to win this ball game to continue to move forward and make a case for the playoffs and one of those wild card spots. Of course, that's assuming they do not win this district tournament. We certainly hope that they will. But for Lovington, they have got to find a way to match Portales' energy in the ball game. Now, a little bit of frustration on the part of the Portales Rams as they picked up some fouls. Matter of fact, Emmanuel DeHaan picked up 3 quick personals after he came into the ball game. He was the leading scorer for Portales on Friday night, but 3 quick personals, and so he's having to sit on the bench for some time after that. But Lovington, as we mentioned, keys to the second half, going to have to find a way to match the intensity and the emotion of this Portales team, but they've got to do it intelligently. I like that Lovington has been very patient on offense, but you can't afford to be patient and then turn the ball over and start making sloppy passes and sloppy plays, because, again, there's nothing more dangerous than a team like Portales, who really has absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain here at Wildcat Gym tonight in the opening round of the 4-4A district tournament. Our score again here at halftime, Lovington 32, Portales 30. This has been your Bob's Thriftway halftime report from our great friends at Bob's Thriftway, your local hometown grocery store right here in Lovington. Shop Bob's Thriftway for all your grocery needs, and a big thank you to the good folks at Bob's Thriftway and the Jameson family, of course, great supporters of Lovington Wildcat Athletics and Lovington Wildcat Athletics here on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. We will take a 2.5-minute timeout, come back with the start of the second half. This is Wildcat Basketball on Z94 KZOR. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball here on Z94 KZOR, the Z94 KZOR app, and on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle, Tiff Stuber in studio engineering and producing tonight. Dawn Morgan on assignment with the Lovington Lady Cats and Artesia tonight, the opening round for the girls 2 of the 4-4A tournament. And late in the second quarter, Lovington trails Artesia 30-17. The Lovington girls available on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel and also on the Lovington Sports tab. Just scroll down to Lovington Sports 2 for the Lovington girls. As we get ready for the start of the second half of this one here at Wildcat Gym, a 2-point lead for the Wildcats. Portales has given the Cats everything that they could handle and maybe a little more thus far. And you know they are going to be out and fired up. Looks like it's the starters on the floor for both teams. So Aguilera, Hilliard, Henson, Arroyo, and Perez for your Wildcats. Gomez, Garcia, Hightower, Lucero, and Rigsby for the Rams. So back to it here at Wildcat Gym. Winner moves on to take on Goddard Thursday night at 7. Loser awaits their fate on Sunday. After the inbound, Lovington basketball as Hilliard to Aguilera, takes it right side, is bumped, goes out of bounds, but they're going to say last touched by Garcia, who was pointing his own way. Hey, nothing wrong with, doing a little bit of lobbying there. As the inbound from Aguilera to Tayton. Tayton out to Arroyo, work it around deep left corner for Henson. Back out to Julian. They'll reset. Come in front of the Lovington bench with Aguilera near side to Tayton. Lovington being very patient. Their opening possession of the ball game. Feeded into the left elbow with Aguilera. Tosses out to Tayton. They pick him up very quickly with Gomez and Garcia. Back to Aguilera. Back to Hilliard. Hilliard in, gives it to Perez on the right base, and he'll just cycle it around. Lovington going to be content just looking for the good shot, up by 2, 32-30. 45 seconds gone here in the third quarter. Into the right elbow with Arroyo. Now to Henson, to Aguilera, to Hilliard, right wing. They're just working it outside. Hippity hop inside, now out to Henson, left wing for 3, and bang! 10 points for Isaac Henson in the ball game, and Lovington will strike first in the third. To Rigby, still in the defensive zone. Now they'll weed it forward to Gomez. Gomez takes it to the left block, almost loses the basketball, and he'll save it out to Hightower. Hightower goes through the lane, puts up the little running floater, and it is good. 14 points for Hightower. 35-32, Lovington in the lead. 6.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Arroyo to Henson to Aguilera, loses the basketball but gets it in front of the Lovington bench. Stays in the hands of the Wildcats, being very patient. To Arroyo in front of the Stray Cats. Now to Tayton. He'll take it to the left base, and he's going to be partially blocked out. And it'll be Garcia who gets his hands on the basketball. Fourth rebound for Garcia. Now into the front court. It'll be Lucero. Goes behind the back, uses up his dribble. Tosses back out to Gomez, and he looks over to Coach McBroom, gives him the play. Gomez underhands it to Lucero, working in front of the Wildcat student section. Now back out to Hightower at the Cat at center court to reset. Hightower just going to keep it backed up. Arroyo giving him a little bit of space. 5:45 to go to a cutting Lucero from Rigby, and the reverse layup is off the right glass and good. Lucero 4 points in the ball game. So a 1-point Lovington lead, 35-34. Back down for the Cats as they almost get Perez trapped up on the baseline. Back to Henson. Lucero gets to him quickly in the left corner. Throw it back to Perez, and he'll put up the 10-footer, and it won't go. And Garcia has his 5th rebound of the ball game. 5:15 remaining, third quarter, a 1-point Lovington lead. Portales has the basketball. To Gomez near side, Arroyo on him. Toss it to Arroyo, and he's just going to cycle it back out around near center court. Now to the far side with Gomez. Gomez, little shake and bake move to Rigsby. The big boy thinks about the three, takes it to the right base. Now out to Garcia, his three-pointer. That one is going to be off the mark, and it'll be Perez with the rebound. Joseph's third, but he loses the basketball to Lucero, and he puts up a shot that won't go, and Gomez will get the rebound, and Portales will reset the basketball. 4.5 to go here in the third. Lovington got the ball back, but then promptly lost it. To Gomez, takes it to the left block, loses the basketball, but gets it right back, and he'll pop it up from 5 feet on the left base. He's got 7 points, and Portales on a run leads 36-35. To the front court with Aguilera to Arroyo. Arroyo fakes the long cross-court pass. He drives in, is going to be blocked by Rigsby, but out into the hands of Henson. Isaac left side for three, and bang! Isaac Henson, 2 trays in the quarter, puts Lovington back up by 2, 38-36. Lucero on the far sideline to Rigsby. Takes it to the right corner, takes it right base, turnaround jumper is good. Rigsby, his second bucket of the ball game, and we are tied at 38 apiece. 3:45 to go, third quarter, all tied at 38. Work it around, Henson to Arroyo. Top of the arc, now in front of the Lovington bench with Aguilera. Back out between the rings with Arroyo. Quick pass out, right corner for Aguilera, and nothing but the bottom of the net. Bang! Second tray for Aguilera. Lovington has found the 3 game. All their points in this quarter have come from beyond the arc. 41-38. Cats in the lead. Pressure on. Gomez will break it near side in front of the scorers table. Gives it to Rigby underneath. Reverse layup is up and good. The big boy got down there quickly to get the pass and lay it in. 3:02 remaining in the third. 41-40. Lovington in the lead. To Arroyo. Takes it to the left block. No look pass. Left corner. Henson for 3 and bang! He got the roll. I don't know how that one stayed, but it did. Full court press is on. Gomez breaks it to the front court. Aguilera gets to him quickly. No look pass, top of the arc. Lucero 3-ball on the way. That one is going to be short, and Isaac will have his 5th rebound of the ball game. Portales drops back on defense as Arroyo will bring it into the offensive zone for the Wildcats. Aguilera controls near the Cat in the offensive zone. Now swings it into the right wing to Julian. He took a little extra step before he started his dribble. 8th turnover for Lovington. A 4-point lead for the Cats, 2:25 remaining. It'll be Hightower to inbound in front of the Wildcat bench. Mason Enriquez checking into the ball game for the Cats. Enriquez can put on a lot of defensive pressure. Often the smallest guy on the court, but he plays with a lot of intensity. Lucero to Garcia. Garcia, as Henson picks him up, then directs traffic. Garcia to Rigsby. Now no look pass. Lucero drives it on the left base, loses it off of his foot, and into the hands of Mason Enriquez. 5th turnover for Portales. A little backcourt pressure. Lovington breaks it to Tayton. Front court uses up the dribble to Aguilera in front of the Wildcat bench. Back to Tayton to the free throw line. Tries to bounce it onto the right base with a cutting Perez, but it is kicked by Rigsby, and it'll stay Lovington basketball. So Aguilera to inbound it. Some subs checking in for Portales. You got that's DeHaan coming in, and timeout going to be taken by Coach Casey Pack. It's a 30-second timeout for the Wildcats. We'll just keep it right here. Say a big thank you to our friends at Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lovington Schools, Now Pharmacy, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, and Norley Hospital. I'm TJ Miracle, live here at Wildcat Gym. Tiff Stuber in studio engineering and producing. My normal partner in crime, Dawn Morgan, tonight on assignment with the Lovington girls in Artesia. Of course, don't forget this game available for free on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Yep, you can watch it free. Thanks to our great sponsors. We do ask that you please subscribe to that channel. Remember, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, one random subscriber will get $100 of my money. Yep, it is coming out of my pocket. Lovington basketball out of the Wildcat timeout. The high inbound will come into Tayton Hilliard. Hilliard works it around in front of the Stray Cats to Enriquez. Enriquez throws the fastball to Betancourt. He takes it on the left base, puts it on the right base to Tayton Hilliard, who'll put it up and in. 46-40, full court press on now. Lovington in the lead by 6. To Gomez, near side. Almost loses the basketball, will corral it, and yep, they're going to call the double dribble. It could have been a palm ball or a double dribble, either one. 6 turnover for Portales, so give it back to Lovington. 46-40, under 90 seconds remaining in a fast-moving ball game. Third quarter, almost gone. Hilliard to the front court, does the jump stop, gives it to Enriquez on the far sideline. Now back out to Aguilera, who's going to work it and work against Gomez. To Hilliard, back to Aguilera, splits Gomez. Garcia uses up his dribble. Top of the arc on the pass to Hilliard. Off the mark, and Betancourt will have his second rebound. Betancourt to Enriquez, to Henson. Right corner, Aguilera, 3-ball, and that one is going to be off the mark. Adam off the tip will get his own. Now to Enriquez, deep left corner, works against DeHaan. To Henson, right wing, and that one is going to be off of the mark. And Betancourt somehow is there to save it, but they're going to say that Zadrick stepped on the baseline. 9th turnover for the Wildcats. Had some good looks at it, fighting hard. Henson will check out with a big smile on his face. He's like, yeah, anyway, I airmailed that one, coach, sorry. So it'll be Hightower to inbound. Hightower, Brown, Gomez, Garcia, and Dion in for the Rams. To Brown, under pressure from Betancourt. Cross-court pass to Gomez, who'll bring it across the timeline. Working the far sideline. Gets a screen from Dion. Takes it to the right base, but then going to be forced to put it out to Hightower. Gets his pocket almost picked. Gets it back. Good defense by Enriquez. Picks up the dribble. Now far sideline. They work it over to Gomez. Gomez works against Villalobos. He'll take it to the free throw line. Now to Garcia. Left corner for 3. That one off the mark, and the rebound by Brown. And moving it back in. His shot no good, but somehow they'll get it over to Dion, and he will lay it up and in. 46-42 to Villalobos. Left wing for 3. Bang! Count the bucket and the foul. The rare 4-point play. We have a chance to see it tonight. Second 3-ball for Joey Villalobos. So he'll get to go for 4. And they're going to call the push foul on Emmanuel Dion. That'll be his 4th personal. Just the first team foul in the half on Portales. So Villalobos at the line for the rare 4-point play. 49-42. Joey toes the stripe. Villalobos shot up. It is off the mark. And Garcia has his 6th rebound of the ball game. Under pressure, gets it to Gomez. Splits through 2 Cats, but they are going to call the split right at the buzzer. Going to call a foul on Zadrick Betancourt right at the buzzer as we head to the 4th quarter. Lovington leading this quarterfinal matchup in 4-4A, 49-42. Back in a minute on KZOR. Start of the 4th quarter here at Wildcat Gym. It's win or go home for both of these teams. Lovington up by 7 over Portales. To Gomez on the near side. Gomez to Garcia. Throw the fastball to Brown, and he's going to be blocked by Henson, but he's fouled. That'll put Brown at the line for 2. The push foul going to be called on Isaac. His first personal, just the first team foul. And that'll be the first trip to the line tonight for Portales. Yeah, through 3 full quarters, they have not had a trip to the stripe tonight. Again, I apologize for the shoddy camera work. I am flying solo tonight as Brown will get the first one up and in. 49-43, Lovington up by 6. Just underway here in the 4th. Winner will play Thursday night at Goddard at 7 p.m. Second is up for Brown, and it is good. 49-44, Lovington up by 5. Just underway here in the 4th quarter. To Enriquez, deep left corner. He works against Brown. He'll toss it back out to Henson. Henson to the free throw line. Tried the fastball, but it is knocked away by Portales. But then back the other way. It is knocked away and into the hands of Enriquez. The team's trade turnovers. 49-44 as Aguilera crosses the timeline to Henson into the lane. The little underhand up and under, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Rigsby will have his 2nd of the ball game. Hands it off football style in the backcourt to Hightower. He works against Enriquez. Mason going to back off, let him cross the timeline now as we hit the 7-minute mark remaining in the ball game. To Garcia near side. He's got a 3-ball. Keep somebody on him. To Rigsby. Hand it off to Hightower. Hilliard pick him up quickly. To Garcia to Gomez. Throw it out to Brown. He works inside the arc, loses it off of his foot. Henson will steal it away for the Wildcats. And back down come the Cats. To Enriquez. He's just going to hold up and wait for reinforcements. Gets it in the fact of Tayton Hilliard. Hilliard to Enriquez, back to Tayton. Lovington just going to keep it around to Aguilera, left corner for 3, and bang! Adam Aguilera, 9 points in the ball game. 52-44, back up to an 8-point lead for Lovington with 6:20 remaining in the ball game. Cats versus the Rams here in the opening round of the 4-4A district tournament. To Rigsby, the high pass to Gomez, swings it back to Rigsby at the free throw line, goes into the right post, and then he'll throw it out to Brown, and he's going to miss the 10-footer, and it'll roll off the rim and into the hands of Tayton Hilliard. Hilliard to Aguilera in front of the Stray Cats, gives it back to Tayton as Gomez and Hightower get him right at the top of the arc. Under 6 to go to Enriquez in front of the Lovington bench. Back out to Tayton, almost knocked away by Gomez and Hightower. Coach Casey Pack barking out the instructions, telling his guys he needs them to move. Bounce pass to Henson. Down to the right corner for Aguilera. Takes it to the left base, or rather to the left block. Tries to get it to the right base, but too hard off the hands of Perez. 11th turnover for the Wildcats. 5:38 to go as Aranda checks into the ball game for Portales. Got Perez, Henson, Hilliard, Aguilera, and Enriquez on the floor for the Wildcats. Hightower, Lucero, Aranda, Rigsby, and Gomez for the Rams. Underneath to Aranda, and he's going to be blocked by Henson. It is a clean block, and then a foul going to be charged to Aranda. I think frustration as he ran up the back of Tayton. First personal on Aranda, second team foul on Portales. Lovington faithful at least, wanting the flagrant. Not going to get it. Don't think it was warranted there either. But it is a turnover. Give it back to Lovington, 52-44. Lovington basketball. Tayton just going to hold it. Now he's going to direct some traffic. Gets a screen from Perez. Takes it into the right base. Puts up the shot. Count the bucket, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line. Hilliard now with the 11 in the books for the Wildcats, as they are going to call that one on Exodus Gomez. That'll be his third personal, third team foul. Tayton at the line for the and one. Trying to put Lovington up by 11. It would be their biggest lead of the ball game, and he will. 55-44, biggest lead of the ball game for the Wildcats as Coach Ronnie McBroom says, let's get the number of the bus that's trying to run over us right now. 5:05 remaining in the ball game. Lovington 55, Portales 44, back in 30 seconds on KZOR. Portales timeout here at Wildcat Gym. 5:05 remaining in the ballgame. Lovington has stretched it out to a 55-44 lead in this one. Winner will move on to take on Goddard from Ground Zero on Thursday night at 7 o'clock. The loser could very well see their season come to an end. Lovington does not want to see their season come to an end. They have the 5th best record in the state and have spent all season inside the top 10, but I don't think they're taking 4 teams out of this district. So Lovington, it's really must win for both teams. Into the front court, intense pressure from the Wildcats. Hightower on the far side to Gomez, underneath to Aranda, almost walks, gets it back out to Gomez. Tries to throw it, is tipped by anyway, they'll get it around. Hightower, 3-ball, top of the arc, no good. Long rebound gonna be made by Gomez, his second. Starts back through. He'll run into Perez and just run him over. Gomez will have his 4th personal, 4th team foul And that'll be the 10th turnover on Portales. Nice job by Perez to go in, get the feet set, and take the charge. So back over to the Wildcats. It'll be Aguilera to inbound it from the right baseline. Gets it into Hilliard under pressure from Lucero. Tayton looking for a little room to maneuver. Gets it. And now he'll cross at the big cat right at center court. Toss it to Aguilera, back to Hilliard. Now across to Enriquez in front of the Wildcat bench. Deep right corner for Perez. He'll just toss it back out to Tayton. Tayton works against Lucero, puts the ball on the floor. Now goes into, drives into the right lane, puts it up, and they're going to call the charge on Tayton. All right, nope, they're going to call the block. They're going to count the bucket and the foul. Okay. So Tayton Hilliard gets the bucket and the foul. I thought he'd called the charge there momentarily, and that'll do it for Exodus Gomez. His 5th personal foul. He fouls out of the ball game. That is a big loss for Coach Ricky McBroom and his squad. Surprised he didn't pull him when he got 4. Now they're going to put Emmanuel Dion back in. 14 points for Tayton Hilliard at the line, going for the and one. 4:09 remaining in the ball game, and the and one is up, and it is good. 58-44, 14-point lead for the Cats, their biggest of the ball game. Started slow, but they have managed to stretch this one out. To Lucero, left corner for 3, and it is good for Portales. Lucero with 7 points in the ball game. Portales going to refuse to go away. Lovington, though, can afford to slow things down. To Aguilera, no look pass. Enriquez, 3 ball, bang! Left corner, Mason Enriquez has his first points of the ball game. 61-47. To Beck, who just checked in. Fight for the rebound. Dion will get it. His putback won't fall, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. And they're going to call that on Isaac Henson, his 2nd personal. Just the 2nd team foul on the Cats. And Emmanuel Dion takes his first trip to the line, where he will shoot the 2. So Dion bends the knees, puts up the first, and it is off the mark. No good. So our score remains 61-47, 3.5 remaining in the ball game. Cats trying to move on to the 4-4A semifinal against Goddard on Thursday night. Second on the way for Dion, and that one is going to be short, and it'll be Perez with his 4th board of the ball game. Nice job there for Joseph, cleaning the glass. Under pressure. Nobody on Aguilera as he weaves through traffic and loses the basketball. 12th turnover, and then we're going to have a quick whistle, and I think they're going to call Portales. Or nope, they're going to say that actually stepped on the sideline after the steal was Rigsby. So the teams trade turnovers as Aguilera inbounds it from between the bench and the scorer's table. Near the big cat at center court, Tayton will bring it near side in front of the Lovington bench. Gets a screen from Perez, takes it to the right base, then puts Lucero out of his shoes, but misses the point-blank layup, and it'll be Rigsby with the 2nd rebound. To Hightower at the 3-minute mark. Lovington up 61-47. Intense pressure. Beck to Dion. Goes left base, and his pass will be picked off by Mason Enriquez. Enriquez will bring it back down into the front court for the Cats, and they'll give it to Tayton, who's just going to slow it down. He's going to direct traffic, take it in front of his own bench, drives to the right block, puts up the fadeaway jumper from 12, and it's good. Tayton Hilliard taking over the ball game here in the 4th quarter, 63-47. Lovington, as Enriquez works against Hightower and almost gets the ball stolen away, and timeout taken by Coach McBroom before the tie-up. So the 32nd timeout for Portales. We'll just keep it right here. 2:26 remaining in the ball game. 63-47. Lovington looking to punch their ticket on. Of course, that would Lovington holds on to win this game. It'll set up a pivotal rematch against the Goddard Rockets on Thursday night there at Goddard. Of course, last time we were there, we beat Goddard to get back in the district race. It was a 3-way tie for the district title, but due to the tie-breaking rules in the state of New Mexico, the 3-way tie, Lovington lost on points when everything got tallied up. When they went down 0-2 in district, they were going to need some help, and they got it, but not quite enough. So that means they're playing in the game here tonight. Out of the timeout, it'll be Portales basketball. 2:20 remaining in the ball game. As the student section is asking for players to come in. I don't think we're going to see that tonight. Intense pressure from Beck, I should say, against Aguilera on the far side. Coach Casey Beck telling them, keep chanting, boys, but you've got to make a statement here tonight. I think within about another 60 minutes or so, or another 60 seconds, you will see some of the subs start coming in. Intense pressure again, and a pass. It'll go into the backcourt, a backcourt violation. That'll be the 13th turnover for Portales as the Rams feel this one kind of slipping away. Aguilera will inbound it from in front of the scorer's table. Aguilera tosses into the backcourt for Tayton Hilliard. Hilliard in front of the student section, directs traffic. With under 2 minutes to play from in front of the Stray Cats, Tayton with the basketball. Drives in, throws it out to Aguilera. Right wing, 3-ball, and that one is off the mark. Rigsby with the rebound, his 4th. Minute 45 to go, 63-47, and through the lane, Lucero loses the basketball, 14th turnover, but then Tayton will lose it right back, but then he will get the rebound. 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Right now, both teams having a little offensive trouble. Lovington, though, can afford a little bit of trouble, and they're taking some time and burning as much off the clock as they can. Tayton with it, near side. 3 Rams collapse on him. Gets it to Aguilera, to Perez on the right base, and it'll kiss the glass, but nothing else, and go into the hands of Garcia. Minute 12 to go. Garcia to the front court. Little dump pass over to a leaning Hightower. His shot is up, no good, and Henson has his 6th rebound. The outlet into the front court with Aguilera. Aguilera to the right base, tosses right corner. Enriquez, 3-ball on the way, in and out. Rigsby with his 5th board of the ball game. Under a minute to play now. The Cats 63-47. We'll be moving on to the 4-4A semifinals. To Lucero, dribbles just inside the arc, puts up a 16-footer. It is up and good. Davian Lucero back on the board. Lucero now with 9 points, and timeout taken by Coach Ricky McBroom. It is a full timeout. So with under a minute to play in the ball game, Lovington 63, Portales 49. We're back at 30 seconds on Z94 KZOR. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. The Z94 KZOR app, also on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and the Lovington tab at hobbsamerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle here at Wildcat Gym. Tiff Stuber in studio engineering and producing. 40 seconds remaining in the ball game. And checking in for your Lovington Wildcats, Zeke Guzman comes into the ball game. He's going to get some time tonight, as is Anson Marquez. Javier Corrales also checking into the game. It'll be Adam Aguilera to inbound it for Lovington. Gets it to Tayton right on the backcourt line. Back to Aguilera. Full court pressure is on. Little spin move as he works against Garcia. Gets it to the front court to Zeke underneath, and he misses the point-blank layup from the low post. Ball still loose on the court, and it'll be Rigsby who controls it. His 6th rebound. Feeds it to a breaking Brown, who tries to dunk it. Misses it, but trailer is Rigsby as a rebound and his 8th point of the ball game. 63-51, and a foul going to be called on Garcia as he goes over the back of Tayton Hilliard. Lovington will be in the bonus after this. Not that it matters. 12 seconds remaining in the season, more than likely for Portales. Lovington will improve to 19-7 on the year, but more importantly, stay alive in the district tournament. With 11 seconds to go to Corrales into the low post. Back to Corrales. 3-ball, and that one is going to be off the mark. The rebound is made and up and no good, as the rebound was made by Marquez. And at the buzzer, we have completed this one, and the Lovington Wildcats survive an early scare and pull away late to lead and win this 4-4A quarterfinal matchup against Portales, 63-51. We'll take a 2.5-minute timeout and come back with your Now Pharmacy postgame show. This is Wildcat Basketball on Z94 KZOR. Welcome back to Wildcat Gym. This is your Now Pharmacy postgame show. The Wildcats victorious game one of the district tournament over Portales, 63-51. I'm TJ Miracle, Tiff Stuber in studio engineering and producing. Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight with the Lovington Lady Cats on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel and also on the Lovington tab here at HobbsAmerica.com down on Lovington Sports 2. And an update late in the fourth quarter of that one, Artesia leading the Lovington girls 51-34. Let the Lovington boys celebrating tonight, 63-51 the final. Let's take a look at the numbers in this one. We will start with the Portales Rams, who will end their season at 11-15. Their leading scorer tonight, Caden Hightower, had 14 points in the ballgame, 9 for Davian Lucero, 8 points for Graydon Rigsby, 7 Exodus Gomez, 5 for Alex Garcia, 4 for Emmanuel DeHaan, and 2 for Quadale Brown, and 2 for Braden Beck. The Rams didn't have a lot of chances from the free throw line tonight. They go 2 of 4 from the charity stripe. Leading rebounders, Alex Garcia and Graydon Rigsby, each with 7. 27 rebounds as a team for Portales, and they turned the ball over 14 times in the game. Got 13 in the first, 17 in the second, 12 in the third, and 9 in the fourth. That's how they got their 51. For the Lovington Wildcats, will improve to 19-7 on the season, but more importantly, will move on to the semifinals in Goddard on Thursday night. Leading scorer tonight, Tayton Hilliard with 17. Isaac Henson also in double figures tonight. He had 16 points in the ballgame. Adam Aguilera with 9. Julian Arroyo with 8. Then 6 points for Joey Villalobos, 4 points for Joseph Perez. Lovington went 5 of 7 from the free throw line collectively tonight. Leading rebounder was Isaac Henson with 6. 21 rebounds as a team for Lovington. Turned the ball over 13 times in the ball game. Got 14 in the first, 18 in the second, 17 in the third, and 14 in the fourth and final quarter to get to 63-51. So a big game for the Cats. They came out a little flat as Portales came out looking to pull the shocker on the Miracle on Ice night. Was not to be for them, but they played tough all game long. Lovington finally getting the three ball going. A team that lives by the three, though, can die by the three. But tonight, the three ball kept them in it before the fourth quarter, where really they were finally able to stretch things out and take a deep breath. So, the deep breath can be had for tonight and then tomorrow. And then, of course, Thursday night, hitting the road to Goddard to take on the Rockets for a chance to play for the district tournament championship on Friday night. The Cats are the defending district tournament champion. Was not one last season, but there was, of course, 2 years ago. So Lovington still has that crown and still with a chance to defend it. So we'll be on the air on Thursday night right here on Z94 KZOR at around 7 o'clock. There is a game before that one that will be held. It will be between, more than likely, Artesia and the Goddard girls, but we'll go on when that game is concluded, so probably right around 7 o'clock on Thursday night here on Z94 KZOR and on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. This has been your Now Pharmacy postgame report. Cats victorious tonight 63-51. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one as the Cats survive an early scare and get the big victory tonight in the opening round of the district tournament, and we'll move on to Thursday night. Lovington Wildcat basketball on Z94 KZOR, proudly brought to you by Norley Hospital, Bob Sriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Now Pharmacy, the Lovington Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, and Stone Oilfield Services. For Tiff Stuber in studio engineering and producing, for Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Wildcat Gym. This has been an exclusive presentation of Noel Mark Digital and Z94 KZOR Sports. Good night, everybody.